Baldwin Wallace would like to thank Maddie, Angela, Ivy, Cecilia, Morgan, and Izzy, as well as their parents and guardians for all of their hard work, dedication, and commitment to the women's volleyball program. Your efforts have truly made a difference both on campus and on the court. We would like to wish all of you great success in all of your future endeavors. We would also like to recognize Mount Union's three seniors as they complete their careers this fall. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for number 8, Allison Gurley, number 10, Chase Sicko, and number 11, Maria Ellison. This concludes our senior night festivities. Fans, one more time, give it up for the senior student athletes. Good evening and welcome to the Ursprung Gymnasium, home of the Yellow Jackets women's volleyball team. For tonight's Ohio Athletic Conference match between the University of Mount Union Purple Raiders and your Baldwin Wallace University Yellow Jackets. Mount Union enters tonight's match with an overall record of 19-5 and a mark of 6-1 in the OAC. BW comes into the contest with an overall record of 17-9 and a mark of 3-4 in the OAC. At this time, we ask that all fans please rise and kindly remove your caps as we honor America and those who protect our freedom at home and abroad with the singing of our national anthem by our very own senior defensive specialist, Izzy Moskowitz. And now we're going to start the lineups. First, with the visiting Purple Raiders. Number 2, Alyssa Caceres. Number 4, Adrian Petrusco. Number 5, Alexis Meyer. Number 9, Kevin Bartel. Number 11, Maria Ellison. Number 17, Catherine Klopp. And number 20, Molly Thomas. Mount Union is coached by Melissa Menke Morrison and assisted by Brittany Woodard.
Coming to you live from Ursprung Gymnasium in Berea, Ohio. It's Ohio Athletic Conference Volleyball. The Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets and the Mount Union Purple Raiders on bwyellowjackets.com. Glad to have you on board tonight for two teams that have a great rivalry. BW and Mount Union love playing against each other in just about every sport all across OAC competition. They are almost always highly entertaining games. Really looking forward to a matchup tonight between two teams that frankly lately have gone in slightly opposite directions. Jackets in need of some stability. Mount Union is perhaps looking for an OAC championship. Alongside Luke Schradel, I'm Brendan Gulick. Luke, I can't believe it's already the last week of the regular season. Where did the fall go?
Yeah, through 8 weeks, these two teams played a lot of similar opponents. They played 14 of the same teams, and Mount's 12-3 against those teams. BW's 9-6. However, BW's coming off a heartbreaking fifth set loss against John Carroll last Wednesday. I think they're ready to avenge that tonight on senior night.
Mount Union's only loss in conference play came to the Otterbein Cardinals. As we get underway, the Jackets are in brown, Mount Union in predominantly white with their purple shorts. Because the Purple Raiders lost to Otterbein, they're going to need a little bit of help going into this last week of the regular season. Otterbein, Mount Union, Ohio Northern, all 6-1 in OAC competition. And you could make the argument that this is a huge weekend for these Purple Raiders because they'll play Ohio Northern to wrap things up before the tournament gets underway next week. We'll be at Ohio Northern on Saturday afternoon. Starting lineups coming in just a moment. It's 2-0 Mount Union here early on. The Jackets keep it alive. It's ruled in on the back line. Good kill there by Heaven Bartell, the freshman from St. Joseph's Academy over on the west side of Cleveland. Alyssa Caceres, a junior defensive specialist from North Royalton. Adrian Petrisco is a sophomore DS. She's from Elyria. Alexis Meyer, a West Sider in the Cleveland area, going to, she went to Avon Lake High School, also a freshman. Maria Ellison is from Alliance in her senior season. Sycamore native Catherine Klopp, and the junior setter out of Massillon Perry is Molly Thomas. Melissa Mankey Morrison, head coach in her 7th year, assisted by Brittany Woodard. 3-1, Mount Union off to a hot start early on, and they score a quick 4th point. The Yellow Jackets have freshman Lauren Gardner, who did not practice much during the week, but she is out there here tonight. We'll see how effective she can be. Morgan Martin, a senior, one of the 6 Yellow Jacket seniors. Lauren Reed, a freshman setter from Cannonsburg, PA. Alyssa Sagi, Ivy Earl, Easta Luciano, and Madeline Bednar gets her first start here of the season. 5-1, and Purple Raiders off to a hot start.
Yeah, they're starting off really great. Heaven has played really well. She's a young freshman, having a great season, freshman of the year type season.
Yeah, she really is. And because you're so late in the year now, it feels like you can maybe more accurately start to predict some of those things. Only a couple matches left in the regular season, and things have certainly gone well for Evan Bartell. 3.1 kills per set. Got a hit percentage of .277. Very solid stuff as Hamish blocks one out of bounds. A good stretch for Mount Union, not just to start this game, but frankly over the last month since the calendar flipped to October and they opened October losing at Otterbein. 6 wins in their last 7 matches, only losing once in a non-conference affair against Denison. There's a good block. Luciano and Hamish score for BW.
And that loss particularly comes against a Denison team that's receiving votes right now and is playing really well.
Mount Union 19-5 on the season thus far. They have not lost at home, a perfect 10-0. It's for reasons like that. Maria Ellison, good play at the net. She subs out here, replaced by Katie May.
Well, we talk a lot about how Otterbein is the measuring stick, and we talked about a lot of that specifically in the game we saw with them, but this Mount team played really well against Otterbein. They went down in 3 sets, but they played really competitive in 2 of them.
May sets it up cross court. Darby Leininger. Another Mount Union kill. Darby, a freshman from Beaumont. This is a Mount Union team that loves its future because they've gotten such great productivity here in 2021 from a fairly young group of players. Caceres and Katie May, a couple of juniors that see the floor a lot, and then of course Maria Ellison, a senior. Molly Thomas, a junior, but so many of their players still have 2 or 3 years left before they'll be done potentially at Mount Union. The execution's been through the roof as Meyer cracks one home, and the Jackets are in a hole early. 9-3 Purple Raiders as we step aside in Berea. Welcome back to Berea, where we certainly hope you're enjoying our live streaming coverage so far tonight. Mount Union 9, Baldwin Wallace 3. Pretty hot start for the Purple Raiders right out of the gate. They have jumped all over the Jackets early. Serve receive, a problem there. Senior day for BW for 6 young ladies. Morgan Martin, Ivy Earle, Cecilia Hemish, Angela Dunn, Madeline Bednar, and the exceptionally talented singer Izzy Moskowitz, whose rendition of the national anthem each and every night is enough to make the hair stand up on the back of your neck. She has as good a voice as you'll hear. I really don't say that lightly. She is absolutely fantastic. A score for BW, 10-4.
That's a fantastic set by Lauren Reed. I mean, she has to be big in this senior night. You know, sometimes the emotion of this is the last time you'll be with some of these players, that can really give you a boost. And Lauren Reed being a freshman, top 30 in the nation in assists per set, she's got to be big tonight if they want the win.
And while Mount Union is, I mean, look, it's an outside chance. I don't think it's likely, but it's possible that they could be the number 1 seed in the OAC tournament. It is certainly possible that they could be a co-champion of the regular season. Unfortunately, the Yellow Jackets are fighting to make the tournament. Things have not gone BW's way here this last few weeks now. And the Jackets have fallen to a much more inauspicious spot in conference play. Coming into tonight just 3-4, tied with John Carroll at that mark in the in the league competition. And of course, John Carroll beat BW head-to-head, which gives the Jackets, unfortunately, a disadvantage there. Hamish. Well, blocked out of bounds again. The Jackets' overall record this season has been very good. 17-9. They had a really long winning streak after opening the year 2-3. Played a whole bunch of matches in the month of September, and at one point they had won, I believe it was 12 in a row, but have stumbled quite a bit, unfortunately, in October, losing 5 of their last 7.
And I think the stat differential in terms of like the OAC standings has to be that Muskingum loss that this BW team took. Mount Union beat them 3-1.
Good try for the Jackets. Yeah, that's notable. I mean, Muskingum in the OAC and volleyball historically has been very good. And the Jackets, unfortunately, dropped a three-set match against the Fighting Muskies a couple matches back, 10 days ago now at this point. BW winds up the regular season at Marietta on Saturday. That was a great hit from the near post, by the way. Good reaction again from Mount Union. Well, Gardner able to get something on it, but Katie May put it in a spot where Lauren had a hard time passing it to a teammate. And it's now 13-7 Mount.
Kind of in between the seams there. Martin may have had a chance to set that one up to start the offense.
Eight serving 13. BW's tightened things up after calling that timeout. Ivy, good drop shot. Katie may have had a better one. Good swing from Allison Weiner. And the Yellow Jackets get one closer.
Maybe a miscommunication there defensively. Patrisco said to Katie May, I wanted to take that one instead.
May sets up. Good try from Maddie Wentz, but blocked at the net nicely. Ivy Earle, who loves hitting cross-court shots from the near pin. The Jackets steal one right at the tape.
Luciano has to play a big part in the middle. When they traditionally are playing well, she's playing well, and she's a big part of that middle.
Nice little comeback effort here from Baldwin Wallace. Then they were down 10-3 at their timeout. It's now 14-10 as the Jackets misplayed that volley there. Substitution brings Maria Ellison back in. Bartel got credit for the last kill there. 14-10 as Molly Thomas restarts. Back to the far side. Bartel, no. Nicely put over. Ellison. Earle, full steam ahead. A little too much air underneath it as she hits a line drive too deep.
A couple of inches off the line. The play was there, just have to be more efficient and more accurate. Strong block at the net. Great play by Bartel.
Timeout, Baldwin Wallace. Jackets are down 16-10. They had a little bit of momentum, but they've given now 3 straight points back to the visiting Raiders. We step aside. Now the Jackets have burned both their timeouts here in the first set. Things have not necessarily gone the way BW hoped. For a short stretch, they had tightened things up a little bit, but with a point right away out of the timeout, the Jackets have cut it down to just 5 now. It'll be 11 serving 16 as Angela Dunn goes back behind the line.
Really a credit to the Jackets for staying alive. I mean, Mount's hitting it 40% right now with 1 error, and just to stay alive in this first set, that's what you got to do.
a little bit of miscommunication there. I assume Molly Thomas was trying to set up the middle, but either it was a set that went too deep or the timing of the run came a little bit off. And Jackets take an easy one.
Dunn's been the Jackets' best server.
This is Bartell. Tough play for Gardner. Good dig. Earl can't score. Great block. Mount Union keeps it alive. Bartell, something softer, well placed. Sometimes it's power, sometimes finesse, but Mount Union scores again.
Another nice use of the block by Bartell. Kind of slowed it down at the last second. Might have thought that she was going to go with the power, but like you said, the finesse there.
Jackets down 5. Playing through Darby Leininger on that far pin. Ivy Earl hit the pin. So Mount Union leads at 18-12. Reed, Luciano, and Earl, the front line at the moment. Chance for Ivy. Thomas, the back set, nicely placed. Earl into trouble, buries it off a blocker.
Earl certainly has the power. You can really tell after every time she hits it how much power she has, and Mount Union really respects that. I think if she's just more effective today and the execution is there, she can be a big star on her senior night.
That serve was just a little bit off. Always makes your heart skip a beat when you see it right along the edge of the tape and then fall away.
Yeah, but she's all smiles, though. Doesn't let it affect her.
I think I've enjoyed as Luciano puts down a nice shot. I think I've enjoyed watching Ivy play more than just about anybody else. In all my time watching BW volleyball, she and Cecilia in particular stand out to me as two players that obviously have talent, but I mean, my God, do they just enjoy what they're doing, and what a compliment, right? You know, you only play for so long. There comes a day for everybody when, you know, you don't play anymore. It doesn't matter if it's volleyball or any other sport. The recreational side can be there for life, but the competitive side only lasts for so long, and the athletes that are able to play with a competitive fire but have a smile on their face and seem to really pick their teammates up and execute plays like that repeatedly. It makes it that much more fun to pull for those players and those stories. Nicely done there by Cecilia.
And you saw particularly against John Carroll, they climbed all the way back to get into that fifth set, and they kept it even-keeled the entire time, and I just totally respect that from this team.
Good play. Right down the middle of the floor. It was wide open for the Purple Raiders. And they've got a 21-15 lead now. Alexis Meyer picked up the kill. Jackets may have bailed Mount Union out there. Hamish, no. Got a second chance at it. Good pancake dig. And the referee on the far side of the floor said actually that was down. 21-16. Perfectly split the defense. Isabella Sprunger, 22-16. Weiner picks out the soft spot. Jackets down a handful, running out of time here late in the first set. 17 serving 22. Gardner. Boy, that was unusually sloppy from Heaven Bartell. who immediately said, hey, my bad. It's just unlike her. Jackets will take the little freebie there. Didn't really have to work for it.
Yeah, you got to get him out of system, and that time they got lucky there.
We'll talk about a little velocity. Isabella Sprunger torches one at Lauren Gardner. It's 23-18. Jackets' hit percentage has come way up at .222 after starting with 2 errors and 1 kill. They've now got 14 kills and 6 errors. The problem is Mount Union's been incredibly efficient. Set point. Purple Raiders have just 1 attack error the entire match thus far. Weiner. Oh, beauty. Good find. She's laughing as though that's not how she intended to hit it. But that's okay. Worked out just fine.
Yeah, it was kind of a changeup, and it went right through Kathleen Klopp's hands. And she's the second leader in blocks on this Mount team, so usually she gets that one, but she even looked confused after that went right through her arms.
Make that 2 attack errors.
Getting a little bit ambitious after hearing you say that, I guess.
Molly Thomas tried a little dump right at the net. All right, still set point Mount Union, 20, serving 24. All of a sudden, the Purple Raiders have gotten sloppy.
Yeah, and at some point, they have to calm it down because they were double their average in terms of hitting percentage all the way through this first set, and sometimes it's going to catch up to you.
Bartel. Not once, not twice. And the rejection. Mount Union takes the first set, 25-21. 16 kills, just 3 errors for the Purple Raiders. They swung 333 in the opening set. We'll step aside, back in just a moment. The Purple Raiders lead at 1-0. Time to start the second set. The Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets lost the first set 25-21. In the meantime, Heidelberg beat John Carroll 25-21 in the first set of that contest. Of course, Yellow Jacket fans are not just rooting for Heidelberg tonight, they're rooting against John Carroll most nights, but especially tonight because of the tiebreaker. Yellow Jackets, if they finish in a tie with the Blue Streaks by virtue of the head-to-head loss, they would drop a spot in the standings. 2 quick points for Mount Union. Weiner. Good try. A point to the Yellow Jackets. Violation on Alyssa Caceres. 1 serving 2. Gardner got us all started back up. And then a little overcut. Darby Leininger into the tape. Luke, your overarching impressions there of that first set.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you started out flat and you came back and responded, so you can take that away as a positive, but they got to hit it at a better clip to start it because they were really catching up to how well Mount was playing that entire first set.
It doesn't feel good. Hopefully Lauren's okay. Took it off the right side of her head. Well, Mount Union got off to a fast start in the first set, put the Jackets behind the 8 ball right away, and they're trying to do the same thing here, 4-2 early on.
You know, we talked about how young this Mount Union team is, but they have some experience in their defensive specialists and setters who are all juniors.
You really can't coach height, and Mount Union's got a couple of pretty tall, long players up at the net right now. You saw that really effective there. You can still work around some of that. You got to be a lot more precise. And unfortunately, Weiner fires one deep there.
And they really haven't started out too precise here. They hone it in, and they'll be right back in it.
Angela Dunn back in. She'll go back to the serve. Dunn, Martin, Gardner, Luciano, Earl, and Reed at the moment for BW. Casey Enger patrolling her sideline, trying to get her team tighten things up a bit. Good work by Gardner. Earl, too deep. So it's 7 serving 3 as Katie May returns. Well, the Jackets are down 8-3, and they call a timeout. We are still pretty early in the second set, but it's the same story as the first set through the first 11 points. Mount Union off to a hot start in Berea. 8 serving 3. Mount Union out in front of Baldwin Wallace. We're early on in the second set after Mount Union took the opening set 25-21. And Brendan Gulick, Luke Schradel alongside tonight. Jackets able to pick one up there. Got a little work to do. I'd like to see BW a bit better at the pins. How about you?
Yeah, they got to calm down the errors. They started out with 6 errors. That was a big problem against John Carroll. They got up in the double-digit errors in 2 sets. Got to hone it in here.
That's a good play by Cecilia. Mount Union with 4 hits. So it's 8-5. Good little run here for BW. 8-6. A couple of their games from around the league tonight. We'll try to get you some scores in these, but in the meantime, we can at least tell you who's playing. Wilmington is at Capital. Otterbein dropped the first set to Ohio Northern 25-19. Marietta hosting Muskingum, John Carroll and Heidelberg, and then of course right here in Berea. The terrific sports information director, Jeff Miller, sent me a note and said that the comment I made earlier about Yellow Jacket fans hoping that John Carroll would lose so that they could jump JCU in the standings, he said it might be better if John Carroll beats Heidelberg, because Heidelberg has Muskingum on Saturday, and the Jackets own the tiebreaker with Muskingum. I take that back. On the tiebreaker with Heidelberg. I thought that sounded odd for a second. Yellow Jackets with wins over Heidelberg, Wilmington, and Capital in conference play. They've dropped matches to Otterbein, Ohio Northern, Muskingum, and John Carroll. Good try there on both sides. Jackets come away with a point. So we'll see. Certainly a lot of jockeying in this final week of the regular season, with Ohio Athletic Conference tournament implications at stake. And perhaps, in case you're unfamiliar, the reality is, at the moment, at the start of the day, the Jackets would be on the outside looking in. In years past, it used to be an 8-team playoff out of the 10 in the league, but they have moved to a 6-team format. So the Jackets have to find a way to be in the top 6. And considering that the best they could finish is 5-4, just the fact that Otterbein, Mount Union, and Ohio Northern at the top of the table right now, the worst they could all finish is 6-3. So the Yellow Jackets, if they make the tournament, can only be the 4, 5, or 6 seed. Mount Union scores again 12-8. But between Muskingum, Heidelberg, BW, and John Carroll, it's probably likely that 3 of those 4 teams are going to make the tournament and 1 will not. It's still possible for Marietta to make the OAC tournament, but it is pretty unlikely. Capital and Wilmington have already been eliminated from this year's OAC tournament competition. Raiders lead at 13-9.
And it's tough to have that service error coming right after Mount had one, too. And you want to come back and respond there, but can't do it.
How good is this league again this year? Otterbein 20-3. Mount Union 19-5. Ohio Northern 18-5. That one ruled out of play. And even your quote-unquote mid-tier teams, Muskingum 14-9, Heidelberg 16-8, Baldwin Wallace 17-9. You've got 6 teams that all have a 60% winning percentage or better. and 5 of those 6 are 65% or better. Another one too deep, although the referee on the near side says it was tipped, and the Yellow Jackets take the point.
That was a great job with the setter's dump from Lauren Reed. Gets them out of system, come back and capitalize off that.
Far side chance, Leininger, no. Ivy Earl, nicely dug out Caceres. Boy, I'll tell you what, Molly Thomas, great play.
I mean, she was 2 steps ahead of everybody, ready for that ball to come, and she knew exactly where to place it as well.
Jackets down 15-10. Now it's only 15-11. Baldwin Wallace trying to keep things alive here. Remember, the Jackets still have 2 matches left in the regular season. They just only have 1 conference match left because BW is going to play Ohio Wesleyan on Saturday after they play Marietta. So still guaranteed a couple more opportunities for the Jackets this year. There we go, Lauren Reed. In the meantime, it's kind of hard to believe crossover season is here. This Saturday is already October 30th, and we've mentioned a few times recently that the swimming and diving teams are already off and rolling. Men's and women's cross-country teams have the OAC championships this weekend. Got a timeout on the floor, 15-13. We'll continue to keep it here for a moment. Football team hosting Marietta on Saturday afternoon, Hall of Fame Day over at George Finney Stadium. They are inducting the classes of 2020 and 2021. There are 13 new members in the BW Athletics Hall of Fame.
That's also a big-time football game, 2 big-time teams.
Better believe it.
Marietta played really well last spring. They've kind of translated it to this fall, but talk about BW and how great they've been.
Well, Jackets at number 23 in the country now. You don't want to take take it off in too big of chunks, because the reality is, right now, with the exception of Mount Union, it certainly looks like this is the kind of league where anybody truly is capable of winning on any given day. But BW's scheduled on the stretch is pretty tough, with games against Marietta, Ohio Northern, and John Carroll. And there is a decent chance, with both BW and John Carroll having dropped only a conference game to Mount Union. John Carroll, by the way, lost its non-conference game to a pretty good Washington and Jefferson team. Competitive game over in University Heights the week 1 to open the year. But if BW runs the table, they go 9-1. And we'll have to see. The first regional rankings for football come out this week. I think there is a decent chance that you're going to see BW toward the top of those rankings with a 6-1 mark. 9-1 and runner-up in the OAC in football is not a guarantee to get you into the postseason, but it often happens. It has happened quite a few times in recent years for John Carroll. And BW thinks they're in a similar boat this year where perhaps it could be their turn. Got to go take care of business, though, first. Meanwhile, BW's brought this all the way back to just a 1-point contest. Really good run since the Jackets were down 15-10. 4 straight points, then the timeout. Earl, a good idea, but it was misread. And that one fell in play.
Alexis Meyer, the tallest player on the court, gets the block and really used her length well there.
16-14 as Katie May serves. Another good block. Just to wrap up the Saturday schedule, the men's and women's soccer teams play Marietta as well. Women are on the road. The men have their senior night, 7 o'clock on Saturday. And then when the calendar flips over next week, the winter sports scene begins in a hurry. Caceres behind her for Leininger. Jackets get it one closer.
Leininger a little bit shaken up after that. Her and Bartel collided, and I don't think she was expecting that, and that's usually when the worst of things come, when you're not expecting it. Got it right in the side. Couldn't jump up and hit that one.
Wrestling opens their season on Friday the 5th at Ithaca. Saturday includes swimming and diving, wrestling, and football on the first Saturday in November. And both basketball teams open their season on Tuesday night, November 9th. Women will play across town at Case, and the men will be at Hiram to open the year. So the winter sports are just around the corner. 16 serving 17. The Jackets tied up on the ace. Ivy Earl gets it done.
And the serve receive has been great all night for Mount. Great job by Ivy Earl to get the ace.
Jackets have been rather sloppy in this second set. 8 kills, 9 attack errors, and yet they're tied 17, now down 1. They've done a fairly good job of forcing Mount Union into making some tough decisions. Back row attack ineffective. Across the way, Bartel, no. Near side, Hamish this time, you betcha. 18-18.
And that's a spark you need right there. Cecilia getting involved. She's already started out with a not too bad night. I mean, she has 6 kills there and hitting it 50%. So if she can continue to do that, they'll be in position for this one.
What a serve. Luciano on the ace. First lead of the entire night for the Jackets, 19-18. Bartel. Hamish. This time on the near side. Sprunger doesn't score. Quick dump. Lauren Reed scores. What a run by Baldwin Wallace. Katie May with a good set. Meyer couldn't bury one though. Earl sends it over. Sprunger gets it done. Mount Union cuts it to 1. 19 serving 20. Quick change brings freshman middle hitter Catherine Klopp back on the floor. Wide of the target. (20-20). Wow, can't do it much better than that. Cecilia Hamish perfectly splits the defense in the back line. A big shot for the Jackets when they needed it.
Beautiful looking set from Lauren Reed, who also has 4 kills on 80% hitting, and she doesn't even average a kill per set.
Tough serve from Lauren Reed. It's a third service error of the night for BW. 21 apiece. Sweaty palms time. All comes down to these next few points. Molly Thomas. Hamish finds another one. Cecilia's getting in a rhythm, but coming out with Morgan Martin taking her spot.
That's her 8th kill on just 15 attempts.
Ivy Earl, good attack. Thomas, good play too. Jackets lead by 1. Make it by 2. Served up a facial on Molly Thomas. And Mount Union calls timeout. Baldwin Wallace 23, Mount Union 21 on BWYellowJackets.com. Baldwin Wallace trying to make this a one set apiece kind of night. 23 serving 21. Jackets lost the first set. Bartell got it. Well, that was quick. You're a Mount Union fan. About how you wanted to draw it up. Get out of the timeout, go score.
Exactly, that's how you draw it up out of the timeout, and they haven't been hitting it at the same clip as they were in that first set, just at 11% now. But that was beautiful in-system offense.
Yeah, and Bartell just had a great serve to back it up. How about those Raiders? Ellison scores, 23 all. Timeout Jackets. Casey Enger had one left, so decides to burn it here. Well, hard to blame her for wanting to take it to try to smother that Mount Union run, because those 2 points happened a little too easily for the Raiders.
And you're at home, you know. There's a good-sized crowd here. And if you get the momentum rolling, that's what you really need late in these sets.
Good environment inside Ursprung Gymnasium tonight. Crowd's into it. Good game day atmosphere. It's exactly what you hope for when it comes down to senior night.
All sorts of different sports teams represented out here tonight. On your senior night, you really want people to come to the games. Why don't you show up to other people's senior night? That's been the idea, and you just got to love Jackets supporting Jackets.
It's been a fun year so far. I think some of it is a renewed sense of purpose from all the student athletes, but also everybody just missed being around during COVID last year. I don't think anybody takes for granted the opportunity to go have some fun and watch another game. 23 apiece, blocked by Mount Union right at the net. They were down 23-21. And even with the timeout, the Purple Raiders have set point. For Ivy Earl. Mount Union scrambles and saves it. Darby hits it too deep. And we'll see extra points here, 24 apiece, win by 2.
Great setup by Gardner after a tough serve receive there. Gets the offense rolling again, gets it over to Earl, and she powers one down.
Molly Thomas double hit. And the Yellow Jackets have set point. Thomas behind her. What a shot. Ellison right in the middle of the floor. Nobody home. 25-25.
You could see it really well from our angle that there was nobody ready to go and get that one.
Caceres. Reed for Earl. Ivy's got to hit it over. Thomas sets up in front of her this time. Leininger has it blocked back into the court. Isa Luciano. Set point, BW.
What a big time block.
Angela Dunn. Great service. Jackets on the offensive. Ivy. It's in! Great resiliency from Baldwin Wallace. 27-25. The Jackets come back and win set number 2. And so we'll have at least 4 sets tonight. Mount Union and BW. A tight contest in Berea on BWYellowJackets.com. Baldwin Wallace Volleyball back on the air for the start of the third set. It's the Yellow Jackets and the Mount Union Purple Raiders tied at 1 apiece now. I'll tell you what, Luke, sometimes you got to figure out a way to win ugly. And the Yellow Jackets won an ugly second set. They had an attack percentage of .061, 14 kills, 11 errors, 49 attacks. They played good enough defensively, holding Mount Union somewhat at bay. Got off to a nice start here in the second. And the Jackets fought through 8 ties and 3 lead changes in the second set to come away 27-25 and tie this at 1 apiece.
And how about the start? They started with 6 errors, no kills, and they ended up with 14 kills and just 11 errors. That's almost too many errors still, but they cleaned it up.
Not almost.
Offensively.
It's too many. But to your point, they overcame a really bad start to the second set, which they couldn't do in the first set. They fell behind 10-3. Bartel. Oh, what an effort by Gardner. Great rally here early in the third. Weiner. Into the net it went.
And Weiner's somebody that they need to get going. 6 kills on 14 total attempts with 5 errors. Just hitting it 6%. Really need her to get going.
Oh, boy. That was the old, you got it, right?
Yeah, and nobody had it. Need to get better starts. It's been really tough surrendering a couple points early where you don't need to on errors.
3-1 Raiders.
But credit their defense. I mean, they've been there all night making a lot of blocks.
Jackets on the night are hitting just 115. Mount Union not having a terrific evening, but 212 is certainly serviceable. It's just below their season average of 219. 2 serving 3. That is just barely out of the back of the floor. Mount Union reacted like they thought it was in. Unfortunately, no video replay at the Division III level. So it's up to the referee's discretion. And the call goes BW's way, 3-3. Oh, my goodness. Luciano taps her chest to say, my bad. I don't know if she whiffed on it, if she thought it was going to stay on the other side of the net or what.
It looked like she was being a bit cautious on that. I think that's where I would go.
Yeah, but it's 2 out of the 4 points the Jackets have given up here to start this set that have been mental mistakes. And in a match that's been extremely competitive, you can't do that.
Yeah, you're lucky to be only down 2 with that start.
Caceres near side now. Chance for Meyer. So the Raiders now lead 6-3. Too deep. That's a really good set by Thomas. Put it right on a platter for Meyer. The Jacket defense was ready, though. Hamish, good finish.
She keeps adding it on, and she stays this way. You got to be confident in this team. She's been the heart and soul of this team all season, showing it tonight.
Well, it's probably the first mental mistake that's at least immediately cost Mount Union a point. Here in the third set, 6-6. Good spot inside the back line. The Jackets take a lead.
This is the first time they've really led early in any of these sets. I think it's partially the momentum at home. Maybe they can keep it rolling here in this third set.
That's a good find and a nice effort by Gardner to try to get there, but just barely out of her reach. 2 substitutions on the Mount Union side as Katie May returns and Isabella Sprunger comes back in. Way too easy. Alexis Meyer just waiting at the net, poached one. 8-7 Raiders.
Although these Raiders really have been playing really well tonight, they haven't had the best start to this third set.
And even though that's the case, it's only a tied set because BW offensively continues to really struggle. They hit 0.61 in the second, and they've followed it up with an 0.71 hitting percentage through their first 14 attacks. It's going to get worse after that block. Not once, but twice. Goodness gracious. That is great defense by Mount Union. That was the old Dikembe Mutombo finger wag.
And they've been just playing great defense all night. That's almost a big difference statistically team-wise. They're a whole 1 block over per set.
Good find, Ivy Earl. 9-9. All right, Mount Union takes a lead back, 10-9.
That's the 5th service ace for Mount Union. It's been one of their very small amount of struggles so far in this match.
Good change of pace there from Martin. Sprunger scores. Ollie Thomas back in as May and Sprunger exit. Go back with Bartell, Ellison, and Klopp up front. Oh, it's Heaven Bartell at her best right there. Well done.
And not only has she been good offensively, she's been good defensively. Nearly 40 blocks so far this year.
Back and forth they go. Maybe chance here for Earl. Man, oh man. Can't go through Klopp and Ellison on this side after Bartell blocked the pin in the last attack. Mount Union with 10 total blocks tonight. Raiders are starting to pull away. Casey Anger can feel it and calls timeout. Baldwin Wallace trailing 14-10. It's still tight, but the BW offense is totally out of whack since they had a decent offense in the first set. The Jackets have 19 kills, 17 errors in 73 attacks since then. Back in a moment. Well, in the second and third sets combined, the Jackets are hitting .027. Would you believe it that they won the second set and they're only down by 4 points midway through the third? Pretty remarkable. But Mount Union is certainly on a run at the moment and making life rather miserable for Baldwin Wallace here.
And they started to execute better on offense, and that's making BW scramble on defense to get things set up. It's been tough.
Ivy Earl finally gets the team off the schneid. Thomas sets up. Bartell cuts off. That's a really good play. Referees rule it down. The Jackets not happy about it.
It looked like Reed's foot was on the line when she went to receive that, assuming that's why it was called out.
Ellison cut off Bartell and maybe changed the eyes of the Jacket defense. That was a nice play. Too deep. Mount Union leads it 17-11. Well, Allison Weiner feels like all of her offense comes from that far pin. Really never seemed to see her score on the near side of the floor. As a left-handed player on the far side, certainly has a bunch of options, but she hits a lot cross court. It's been occasionally pretty effective for her.
She's put together a couple of nice games this year. You know, freshmen seeing this type of action in this type of conference, that shows how good of a player you are.
Good serve from Dunn. Well, Union wanted the Jackets to get called for a lift. Never came. Darby too deep. Good job by Morgan Martin. I thought it was tipped. Was it not? I must have misseen that. I apologize. It's a Jacket point. 14-17.
Had an oddly weird spin on it to be not tipped.
Great lunging effort. Jackets get it over. Thomas right behind her, and Ellison rips it down. Reed for Luciano. That's a winning combination.
It's been those effort digs that have really kept this team hanging around. They keep doing that. I mean, it just gives everybody a boost, the type of effort they show.
You know, right now in a match where it's 19-15, I can think of at least three and maybe 2 or 3 more points that the Jackets have just given away. And right now, we can make a compelling case that's a difference. Union's just been a little sharper. Both teams have made some really good plays. The Jackets have been far less sloppy. I'm sorry. The Jackets have been far more sloppy.
Hey, you can just take a look at the errors numbers each set to see that. BW started off with 7, Mount Union with 3, Mount Union in the next set with 6, BW with 11, this set 4-7.
(20-16), Jackets down 4. Alexis Meyer's been a real problem at the net. I mean, man, she is kind of torching the Jackets right now. I realize her hit percentage is only moderate, but it just feels like she's coming up with play after play. She's swinging 200, 7 kills, 4 blocks, but she's involved on everything. That one spun too far down the line for Mount Union to score off it.
Yeah, Meyer hits it 250, and also has 128 kills on the year, so she's been a big part of this Mount Union offense. But she's been one of the more efficient players along with Bartell at 2,700. So, I mean, it's just tough to stop an offense that's really efficient and gets you scrambling like this BW defense has this entire set.
Good job by the Jackets, but Sprunger hit it into the net on her own accord.
Maybe too much power sent that net back.
Hamish, you know, when she can run into it like that, even though she plays most of her time out on the pin, I like it when she gets in the middle of the floor, has a little bit more real estate to work with, better angles.
No defensive specialist wants to be on the other end of number 22's hit.
Absolutely not. Jackets sneak another point in there, 19-22. Hamish, by the way, hitting .450 with only 1 error tonight. Mount Union calls timeout. Heaven Bartell's hitting a cool .417, 10 kills, mistake-free. She's also got 10 digs and 4 blocks. Maybe we'll see a triple-double effort from her. 22-19 Raiders, deep in the third. Mount Union 22, Baldwin Wallace 19 in the third set this evening. Yellow Jackets trying to play comeback here. It's been a tough night on senior night for a couple of the upperclassmen as BW hits the pin. Ivy Earl, who's been so good for the Yellow Jackets during her career, having a rough evening. 9 kills, just an .023 hitting percentage. She's got 8 errors. Allison Weiner, who unfortunately couldn't convert that one out of the timeout, makes her 9th error. She's got 7 kills tonight too. Luciano, 7 kills, 6 errors. It has been a pretty frustrating night for the Jacket offense, and they are down to their final point here in the third. (24-19) Mount Union. Thomas in front of her. Bartell, another one. Evan Bartell, 12 kills, no errors through 3 sets. And the Jackets drop 25-19 here in the third. So it's 2 sets to 1. Mount Union out in front. We'll come on back here in just a moment. BWYellowJackets.com. Well, we're getting ready to start the fourth set. Baldwin Wallace trails 2-1. Along with Luke Schradel and Brendan Gulick, and while it is a tight match in the sense that it's 2-1, and that, the Jackets haven't exactly gotten their doors blown off, I would argue that Baldwin Wallace has been fortunate to compete as well as they have given the stats, because their offensive numbers are not very good tonight. They had a decent first set, but the offense has been rather poor in the second and third. They managed to win the second set 27-25 despite swinging 0-61. They lost the third set 25-19. In those two sets combined, the Jackets have 24 kills, 19 errors, and a total of 84 attacks. Not great. But a clean slate to start the fourth, and it's 1-1 here. One thing the Yellow Jackets haven't done a particularly good job of tonight is going on runs. I can only think of really one that was of any length in the middle of the second set. Kind of climbing back in after a slow start. Oh boy, great reaction, playing it off the basketball backboard. Good job by Mount Union there. Caceres for Meyer, little soft shot. Gardner, what an effort. Man, is she fun to watch. Good try, but Dunn can't get it. It was a well-earned Purple Raider point.
And they were almost good in all phases there on that point. They've had some top-tier execution tonight.
Hamish throws the hammer across the court. Darby Leninger on the receiving end.
You want to know part of that one. We've been saying that time and time again, but really Cecilia has been everything BW's needed in this match. 13 kills. Right now hitting it 52%.
Nicole Logan, the sophomore, checks in. First time we've seen her tonight for BW. Reed for Hamish. Another one off the backboard. Maybe you see that once a match. Not twice in 4 points. 3-3.
And twice on the same side. It wasn't even over here on the BW side. Twice it hit that net on the same side.
Well, Reed's had a couple of those tonight. Substitutions on the other side. It's becoming fairly common to see that rotation now. May and Sprunger coming back on. It's Thomas and Ellison off. Hamish.
And Reed has been great setting the ball, although we saw those 2 serving mistakes. She has 4 kills, 32 assists, and 10 digs, playing really well.
Otterbein, Mount Union, Ohio Northern, all 6-1 at the start of the night. Trying to figure out who's going to win the OAC regular season title. Capital already beat Wilmington tonight 3-0. Ohio Northern leads Otterbein 2-1. Muskingum beat Marietta in 3. We'll try to find an update for you on that John Carroll Heidelberg matchup.
That serve got Mount Union out of system. BW capitalized. That's what they really need at the beginning of these sets, is to get it rolling.
A little too easy in front of Reed, who's just not playing her best volleyball this evening. Score in University Heights. Heidelberg took the first set 25-21. John Carroll won the second, 25-19. Heidelberg took the third, 25-23. So they lead 2-1, and they lead 3-1 in the fourth.
Ivy-Earl coming alive in this set. 2 kills already.
That's another tough mistake for the Jackets. Their 6th service error. It's pretty unlike BW. They haven't done a whole lot of that throughout the course of the year. 200 service errors in 94 sets coming in. So I guess that's pretty much on par, right? Roughly 2 per set. It just feels like they come at tough times. Dunn can't handle that one.
You can hear the power on that.
Some pop behind it. Cecilia Hamish is having a night that she won't ever forget in what could be her final home game as a Yellow Jacket. 15 kills, 1 error. But her team right now is trying to hang tough, down 2-1 and down 8-7 in the fourth. Cecilia on the bench at the moment as Ivy Earl gives BW a 9-7 lead. On the flip side, Evan Bartel and Isabella Sprunger have also dominated. They've combined for 23 kills and have 1 attack error.
BW's execution on offense has been better this set, hitting it 333 now. Their best so far.
Bartel. You know, she just got the magic touch. I mean, we've certainly seen her hit with some power. Her accuracy looking for the back line has been great. And she's scored a couple of those just soft in the middle of the floor.
Yeah.
A great feel for it.
All-around complete player, and that's the type of people you need coming into your program. You can be a huge leader no matter how young you are.
Good hit from Hamish.
She's really turning it up. I mean, the power, just placing it that time. I mean, usually you see her go with a straightaway power, but she knew that seam was going to be open and finished.
Wide left there. Hamish scores again.
You were asking for some of the action from Cecilia in the middle, and wow, that was beautiful.
I don't know if she's made an adjustment in the way she is hitting the ball. I saw she was getting some specific coaching from Don Travis and from Anthony Winter when the team had made a substitution not long ago. That one's a bit too deep. And it looked like they were trying to, adjust with the angle at either which she was attempting to block something or with where she was hitting into a block. It was kind of hard to tell, obviously, without having a mic down there. But either way, given her efficiency offensively, I mean, she could be working on one of the best games of her career tonight. (12-10). Jackets lead by 2, trying to force a 5th against one of the top teams in the conference. Cecilia Hamish with a career-high 19 kills back a couple weeks ago against the 14th nationally ranked Polar Bears. She is one shy of equaling that mark tonight. Ivy scores her 13th kill. More importantly, though, the Jackets lead by 2 midway through the 4th. It was just barely in play. 12-13. Good find. Luciano in the back line.
Offense is just hitting on all cylinders, whether it's Luciano, whether it's Earl, whether it's Cecilia. All the big players need to come to play in this 4th set.
14-12. A bit sloppy from the Jackets there.
Receiving some of these system balls from Mount Union has been really tough. I think they find a couple of those good digs in a row, and that's when you see them go on a run. But when it's tough to return, it's been tough to get anything going.
Jackets only lead by 1 despite playing far, far better in this 4th set. Now it's 15-13. 12 of BW's 15 points have been killed off, and they've only made 2 mistakes, hitting .417 in the 4th. Way cleaner, but again, they only lead by 2.
Mount's not giving anything easy. They only have 1 error as well.
That's a good shot. Mount Union back within 1. Purple Raiders bring Darby Leininger back in. Way out on the east side, her hometown of Chardon, went to Beaumont High School. Jackets scramble. Hamish, no. Kept alive. Oh, geez. Sincerely surprised look on Catherine Klopp's face. I don't think she expected to score on that. Instead, it's 15 apiece. Serve receive a little off there. Good try, but too deep. Mount Union 17, Baldwin Wallace 15. 4 consecutive points now for Mount Union. They have a 2-point lead, and the Jackets call timeout. Crunch time for BW. Well, play continues, getting late in the 4th set tonight. Baldwin Wallace down 17-15, but score right out of the timeout. See if the Jackets can get some momentum back here against Mount Union's Really solid offense. This is not a team that has shot itself in the foot very many times tonight. In fact, the Yellow Jackets made more mistakes in the second set than Mount Union has made in 3 of their 4 sets combined tonight.
And right there on that one, Luciano tapped herself, my bad. Felt like that one was going out. Didn't really have a chance to even hit that thing, so you lose that point.
Jackets down 18-16. And BW's awarded the point. I'm sorry. The referee signals, hey, it was actually Mount Union point. He signaled the wrong direction. No real argument from the Jacket bench, so Casey Enger and company must not have disagreed. Jackets down 3. Hamish still sitting on 18 kills. Now it's 20-16.
Right through the block, right between Sagi and Cecilia there.
Timeout Jackets, their final stoppage. We'll step aside 2. Live streaming coverage of the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets and Mount Union Purple Raiders. Getting late in the 4th now. Mount Union 20-16. They're trying to close out BW for the night. Hamish unable to get terminal. Jackets play good defense there. And Mount Union scores. Wow, what a play. Ellison. Hard to beat that. Great effort.
Quite the roar right next to us from the Mount Union bench. They're fired up.
21-16. Cecilia Hamish. She ties her career high in a way that wouldn't remind you of the way she plays. She is much more known for her power, but with a little changeup. Drops one in. 19 kills for Hamish tonight. Again, ties her career high from the Ohio Northern match earlier this month. The bigger issue at the moment is Mount Union leads 22-17 and 2-1. And the Raiders bring on Katie Guerrera. Excuse me, she pronounces it Guerra. I beg your pardon. Katie Guerra from Avon Lake. On for the serve here, trying to close it out. Hamish scores. Make it 20 kills for Cecilia. She comes off. And Morgan Martin goes back behind the line. One of BW's best. 18-22.
What a hustle play.
Sure was. That's why Mount Union's one of the best in the league. Clearly not Guerra's best on the serve receive. She gets bailed out on a great play from Thomas. And then they turn around and block it at the net and score. 23-18 Mount Union. Ivy Earl rejected. And it's match point for the Raiders. Earl, no. Evan Bartell, who has been perfect tonight. Nicole Logan gets it over. Thomas for Meyer behind her. Molly scrambles. Ivy Earl hits the pin, and the match is over. Baldwin Wallace loses to Mount Union tonight in 4. And the Yellow Jacket seniors, unfortunately, may have played their last home match of their careers. It's not official yet, but it is possible that this will be the last home match of the year for the Jackets, who have 2 more games to come on Saturday against Marietta and Ohio Wesleyan. But we'll have to see how things shake out. Baldwin Wallace, again, they're guaranteed to play on Saturday in that final regular season contest. But the OAC tournament, they're going to need some help getting in, most likely. They lose tonight in 4, and look, this Mount Union team with pretty impressive resiliency. They certainly did not play their best second set, and found a way to come back and fairly convincingly won the 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, I mean, they were impressive in all phases of the game, and their execution, I said this during the night, it was top tier. I mean, I really felt like they played a great match. They came in here on the road, they're undefeated at home, maybe something to prove in terms of that, and they come out and play a great game. But I mean, Cecilia's effort, you just got to give it to her. 20 kills on the night, hitting at 57%. I mean, that's just incredible. A career night on your senior night. I mean, you left it all out there on the floor. That's all you can ask for at the end of the day.
20 kills, 1 error. Boy, oh boy, that's the last you see of Cecilia Hamish. The tip of the cap to her for just an incredible performance tonight. She's had a great career, and with any luck, it'll continue on for another several matches. So the Jackets fall in 4. Mount Union goes to 20-5 on the year. The Jackets fall to 17-10. I'm Brendan Gulick. Thanks for tuning in tonight for Luke Schradel. We appreciate all of your support of BW Athletics. Final score tonight, Mount Union in 4 sets, 25-21, 25-27, 25-19, 25-18. Purple Raiders go into the weekend with a chance to perhaps win a conference championship. Have a great night, everybody.